Hey there everybody, and how are you guys doing today? My name is Joe Marin, and in this video for you all today on Mobile Cup of Joe, I have got my unboxing video of the Nokia Lumia 830 on AT&T. So the Nokia Lumia 830 is an exclusive to AT&T, and albeit being more of a budget smartphone, you still have a 10 megapixel Carl Zeiss PureView camera lens on here. So if you're kind of on a budget this holiday season but looking for a device running Windows Phone or a relatively inexpensive smartphone with a really solid camera, the Lumia 830 could be for you. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the AT&T exclusive, the Nokia Lumia 830, in my unboxing video right now. But before we go any further, please go ahead and grab that coffee cup, fill it up, bring it over, and sit on down, and take a swig from your mobile cup of Joe. Alrighty, so here we go with the unboxing for the Nokia Lumia 830. The outside packaging for the device is pretty typical of what we come to see on AT&T devices. We just have the AT&T Globe logo on the front. We have got a picture of the Nokia Lumia 830 on the back. Going on to the top, we have branding, just says Nokia Lumia 830, and nothing really going on the other sides of the box. But you're not here for the orange and white packaging, you are here for the Lumia 830, which is resting right there in its wonderful packaging. Go ahead and prop that out real quick. First impressions in the hand, the phone feels very, very nice. It is constructed, the back anyways, out of polycarbonate that is come to expect on pretty much all of Nokia's products, but it feels like we do have maybe a aluminum or some kind of metal frame around the device, which does give it a very solid feel in the hand. So set it down just for a quick second to see what other kind of goodies you do get with the phone. AC wall outlet adapter, pretty basic for all Nokia's products and really all smartphones. USB to micro USB syncing / charging cable. And we have got some manuals, some more manuals, and actually some goodies in here. We have got our AT&T, I believe this is a nano SIM card right here. So do keep in mind if you're maybe switching from an old device, this is a nano SIM, not the more widely used micro SIM. And it looks like our friends at Nokia have also included an additional back cover for the phone because the back is removable. So the phone does come in both a black and this kind of green color back right here. These are not included. You don't get both of these when you do purchase the phone. You'll choose either between the black model or the green back plate. But we do have both of them here, so thank you very much, Nokia, for letting us play around with both of those back covers. But that looks like that's about it for what is inside the box. We'll go ahead and set that to the side, keep the SIM card because we will be needing that to use with the phone, and set the back plate over there. We'll go ahead and take a closer look at that later on. But let's go ahead and take a quick tour around the device. This is a 5-inch display. Your resolution is coming in at 1280 by 720p HD, bringing it in around roughly 294 pixels per inch, so not the most pixel dense display we've seen on a smartphone, but far from the worst as well. Going up top, we have our front-facing camera right there, speaker grill, and our Windows Phone capacitive touch buttons, your back kind of start or home button, and your search button with Windows Phone 8.1 that will bring up Cortana, which is Microsoft's kind of virtual voice assistant, similar to that of Google Now or Apple's Siri. Going on the back, we do have that camera sensor right there, which is kind of beefy, beefier than most budget smartphones. This is a 10 megapixel Carl Zeiss PureView camera lens with an LED flash. We do have some Nokia branding there, AT&T logo, then we do also have this rear speaker grill as well. Going on the right hand side, we've got a volume rocker and our power / lock button, and then as per usual with Windows Phone devices, our dedicated camera capture button. Going up top, we have our centered 3.5mm headset jack, as you can see right there, and alongside to that we do have our micro USB syncing / charging port. Nothing going on at the bottom except for some antennas right there, or antennae, depending on how you want to say it. But let's go ahead and zoom out and figure out how to go ahead and take off the back to pop in the nano SIM card for the phone. And just so you can see, there is a little fingernail hatch right here. We can go ahead and pry your nail in there to take off the back cover for the Lumia 830. and it snaps off very easily. We do have our battery, but it is non-removable. It just goes ahead and rests right there. We do have an option right here for a micro SD card slot, so we can expand our storage, which is something that's always very nice to see with any smartphone. So go ahead and pop out a SIM card that Nokia included for AT&T. Go ahead and slide it in, if I can figure out where to slide it in. And I actually stand corrected with the battery going on here. This is a removable battery, so I do stand corrected on that. So very nice to have that. Looking at it, it is a 2200 milliamp hour unit. Focus you in just so you can see that right there. So very awesome, a nice little surprise there to see that the battery is in fact removable. That's always a nice bonus, especially if you're going to throw in a beefier battery to get you through longer days of use with the phone. And then when you take out the battery, you just go ahead and you have an option to slide in your nano SIM card below that. So go ahead and pop it in. If I can get it to stay. There we go. So after you do pop it in, or after you take the battery out, you will see there's a little tray right there to put your nano SIM card. And then once you have that inserted in, go ahead and take your 2200 milliamp hour battery, make sure you're putting it in the right way, and then go ahead and latch that back into place. And just for funsies, let's go ahead and throw on this green cover right here and see if we can snap that in. If it wants to snap in, maybe that would be nice if it would. Go ahead. Maybe it's gonna snap. Why are you not going in? Did I put you on? Battery's in there. This is a fun time right here trying to get this darn back cover on. What is with you right now, dude? Do you just not want to go on? Fun unboxing times, with the phone, trying to get the back plate to secure itself to. Is this just not going to go? Maybe. That's not latching. Is everything else? That's in. Okay, so that took a bit of time. But there we do have the back green plate on the Nokia Lumia 830 right now. It is hard to represent it on camera. Hopefully in the full review, you'll be able to see it a bit better. But this is actually a very, very bright green color here. I know it's showing up a bit kind of washed out just because of the lighting situation in the room right now. So I do apologize for that. But in person, this is a very striking green back. And it's almost kind of like a, let's see. It's much brighter if I can compare it. It's even brighter than this green my USB cable right here. So in person, when you do see it, it's going to look a bit different just because of the lighting situation in the studio right now. It does look kind of washed out. But with that said, let's go ahead and power on the phone for the very first time. We've got our Nokia logo right there. Got the SIM or the nano SIM and everything inserted. Phone does feel very good, especially with that green faceplate. Always nice to be able to kind of change the look of your phone. And that is booting up right there. Kind of fun fact, the first phone I ever got into review from a company that sent me a product was the Nokia Lumia 820. So with the 830 being its successor, I'm personally very excited to see what Nokia has done to the 830 as a step up from the 820, which actually came out about 2 years ago or so now. So the phone, it looks like it's still going through its initial boot sequence, taking a bit of time just with it being the first time it's being turned on. And then we do have the AT&T logo that's really throwing off the white balance. So we're at the welcome screen, or the squeen, however you want to say it. I'm going to go ahead and go through this process right here, set the phone up, and we'll be back in just a second, take a first look at Windows Phone 8.1 on the Nokia Lumia 830. So here is Windows Phone 8.1 on the Nokia Lumia 830. Out of the box, this is your standard Windows Phone setup as per a protocol, how Microsoft doesn't allow really any customization with the Windows Phone platform. This is going to look just about the same as if you've seen any other Windows Phone device before. So we do have our standard start screen right here of all of our applications. Looks like we do have Facebook pre-installed on here. Swipe over, see what else we've got. Oh, you've got the Amazon app, Amazon Kindle, so some Amazon suite of applications on there. AT&T Dress Book, Locker, Navigation. We have got Facebook, as I said earlier, Nokia's Here applications, the AT&T Keeper application, all the Lumia, Beamer, Cinematograph, and Storyteller apps. We've got My AT&T, Nokia Camera, Nokia Creative Studio, all the Microsoft suite of applications, and Yellow Pages Mobile. So we do have some pre-installed below on the device, but the nice part about Windows Phone 8.1 or any version of Windows Phone is that if you don't like an application, for example the AT&T address book, we can go ahead and hold down on it and then either pin it to the start screen, or what a lot of you are probably going to do, at least what I would do, is go ahead and uninstall it completely for the phone. So despite having some blow, unlike Android, it is nice to be able to actually delete it from the device here with Windows Phone. As I mentioned earlier, that camera on there is probably one of the biggest standout features for it, especially both physically and technically. We do have a 10 megapixel Carl Zeiss PureView camera lens. There we go. We got to get the facts straight with that. But just open it up. We do have the Nokia camera application. This is formerly the ProCam app, I believe. But it is probably one of my favorite camera shooting applications for any mobile device, because you can swipe out and have adjustments for pretty much every setting with the camera you'd want. Be that with the white balance, the aperture, the ISO, your shutter speed, exposure, all of that great stuff is ready and easily accessed in that Nokia camera application. But just swiping through the phone, everything seems very smooth and buttery. Windows Phone is always been a pretty smooth experience. You've got lower end processing internals on here, only 1 GB of RAM and a 1.2 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 400 CPU, Adreno 305 GPU, so not the best internals on here. Like I said, this is a budget or kind of a mid-range smartphone, but you can see really no lag or any instances of stutter going through the general phone's UI. We have Cortana here, which is probably one of my personal favorite features for Windows Phone 8.1. But there you have it. That's a very kind of quick look at the Nokia Lumia 830 and what it does have to offer. If there's a certain feature or a design element of the Nokia Lumia 830 you'd like me to cover in my full review for the phone, please go ahead and let me know what that is down in the comments below. If you liked this video, please go ahead and click the like button if you liked it, and to make sure you never miss a new video when we do kick them out, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you want to stay in touch some more, go ahead and circle me on Google+, where I am Joe Maring, and the channel is Plus Mobile Cup of Joe. With that said, this has been my unboxing of the Nokia Lumia 830. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.